Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tyler Huntley and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
We saw something last week you don't see very often. Team loses, but the quarterback, the trigger man, Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC. That's pretty impressive.
You rarely see that. Of course, don't worry, folks. He said the obligatory, I would have traded that for a victory any day of the week.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but still, he must have played awfully well to win it when his team lost.
Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. That's Akeem Hicks, the towering NFL vet, coming in for the sack. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one. And their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
Just keeping the play alive. Micah Parsons. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Jamie Gillendown. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by an electric third-year player from the University of Utah, Tyler Huntley. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They'll run again with Harris, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be brought down at the 27. The Jaguars at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. Again, it's Harris. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Damian Harris, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and now we've got a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you get
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Huntley to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aiden Hutchinson. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On first down, it's Watson. Open man here is Conklin. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down at 4. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
To throw again on second down. Watson got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. First and 10, Taylor now. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Taylor is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's Taylor again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Cedric Wilson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And they'll accept that penalty. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Offense returns to the field. There's the running back, the bruiser from Alabama, Damian Harris. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Damian Harris with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jags have moved out in front. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use than that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense set to regain possession. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up first and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 31, Watson. He'll drop this down to Taylor, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
On first down, Watson. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third down, Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. To the air yet again, Watson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. Now it's Watson. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Patterson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Offense returns to the field. There's the running back, the bruiser from Alabama, Damian Harris. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Huntley's throw here into the hands of Jones. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. There he is again, another catch for Julio Jones. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. To throw, Huntley. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a couple hours south of here. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Here's Huntley. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He gets it complete to Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Huntley's throw pulled in by Woods. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. This one finds Austin out right. Touchdown, Jaguars! Calvin Austin with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Texans offense now readying for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Watson. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on second down. Watson on the slant, completes to Sutton. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Watson on first down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the red zone now, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Taylor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, second and goal. To throw is Watson. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. throwing on first down. Huntley, flush to his right. He's got this to Pickens. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Good gain there on first down. That keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Under pressure, they got him again. Jermaine Johnson in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now out comes Houston. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Jags grab it. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tyler Huntley, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Texans now. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, Watson over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Well, they're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On on 2nd and 10. Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Watson now to throw. Caught by Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Again, it's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Micah Parsons able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd, Watson throwing for the out route. He finds Wilson. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Michael Gallup from 13 yards out. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They hand this off to Harris. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Off play action. Huntley rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 4th down, Huntley. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Texans will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, two-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
To throw, Watson. And Rudolph has it left side. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with 14 seconds on the clock, they've got to go with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for one, maybe two more plays. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. This pass caught. It's Woods. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. On first down, Huntley. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down.